How many more times do you think Star Wars is going to show up on this countdown, huh? Think the battery's running out yet? I mean, we're definitely into the gold now. The first Star Wars Battlefront, the 2004 game for clarity. Whoever decided game reboots are allowed to just use the name of the original game unchanged is not my friend. But anyway, Star Wars Battlefront still manages to have some exciting, unique value despite multiple beloved subsequent games. As far as I'm aware, this is still the only competitive shooter in Star Wars where I can spawn in on a planet as a rebel soldier, hop in an X-Wing, fly around and shoot down TIE fighters, land, get out, and continue the fight on the ground. This seems like a very specific desire that Star Wars video game fans have, but seamlessly getting in and out of starfighters, preferably without obvious loading, seems to be a universal desire we all share. And as long as it remains so surprisingly uncommon, Battlefront 2004 will continue to feel special. I feel like the direct sequel to this game focused a little more firmly on creating an appealing and balanced shooter experience, whereas this one had a little more fun throwing in some compelling Star Wars concepts that might defy typical gaming convention. You know that big army battle at the end of Phantom Menace that takes place in literally an empty field? Pretty terrible setting for a first-person shooter map, right? Well, too bad. It is iconic. I want to blast the backpack dinosaurs. A big hole in the ground that'll just randomly scoop you up and eat you? A bit random, but come on, everyone knows about the Sarlacc pit on Tatooine. Bespin has gaming's best, most comically long choke point in history. Not really a Star Wars thing, but one of my favorite things in this game for sure. There's not any big warning to tell you that there's a trap door you can fall through in Jabba's palace. But if you haven't seen Return of the Jedi to know that information at this point, that is your own dang fault. What, do you just take pride in non-conformity? You think being all countercultural makes you look cool? You like the aesthetic? Well, if you do care about the more video game side of things, I do think this game is still super fun to play today, but honestly, I'm not even going to be coy about the fact that Battlefront 2 is going to be showing up later. Of course Battlefront 2 is going to be showing up later. I'm not some ignoramus. There's your word for the day. I've watched Return of the Jedi. It's well documented that these original Battlefront games captured the feeling of a large-scale conflict in a way that, for whatever reason, shooters have struggled to capture to the same effect ever since. And I'm glad we'll get to discuss that in more depth later. For now, enjoy the cool hologram style UI. I think it looks very nice.